Hi, everybody. I would like to welcome you. This is Kid the Goddess, and I just wanted to come to you tonight, talk to y'all. Yeah, I know it's late. Yeah, I know y'all probably wondering, what am I doing up? And I'm thinking. So, I titled this Break the Cycles, right? Because today I had a very interesting experience, and I would like to share it with you guys. So, here it is. Normally, um, I would get myself really worked up about certain situations, right? And I mean worked the fuck up, right? But today I tried something different. I broke my own cycle. Instead of getting mad and getting upset and it come at someone talking and saying certain things that I really didn't like, I listened. I accepted that the trauma in their life actually is what's going to be problematic for them going forward. And because they haven't dealt with their trauma, it's going to make it harder for other people to deal with them. So it got me to thinking, how many of us have dealt with our own past trauma? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not just speaking about relationships, y'all. Everybody thinks, oh my God, past trauma relationships. No, 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 no. It is so much more than that. Okay, past trauma could be something as simple as you lost something really important. You lost a person really important. You know, you were all worked up about something and got completely let down, disappointed, humiliated. Past trauma could be an incident or something that happened in school that you never quite recovered from. Like you would be surprised, you know, and it's really, really just it's crazy. It's just it's wild, and I feel bad because a lot of us have not dealt with that. We have not absorbed those things that have hurt us. I'm gonna give you a personal example. Okay, me when my father passed away in 2008, I was dealing with so much stuff. Okay, I had a 3-year-old son. I had two daughters. I was in a really bad relationship. My family was just literally like, I have, my brothers on one side pulling, and, my aunt, rest her soul. Just, it was so much going on. But not one time do I ever remember crying when my dad passed away. And that got me to thinking, you know, I just, I kept going. I kept going. I had to. I had to be there for my mother, my kids. You know what I'm saying? The bad relationship, my brothers, believe it or not. I had to be there in such a capacity that I lost so much of myself that when my brother got killed, I couldn't do anything but be angry. And believe me, I tried. I worked with you know, mothers against murders. I stood in for my mom. We we did as much as we could possibly do, but I didn't grieve. I was angry. I wanted. I couldn't understand the gun violence. I couldn't understand the situation and the circumstances and everything that went around that. And when I tell y'all that shit drove me up a wall, y'all, but I carried it because believe it or not, the same day that my brother gets killed, I find out my younger cousin has stage 4 cancer. And less than a month later, he was gone. So it's stacking grief on top of grief on top of grief. And I gave a outward project. So for me, it made me feel like I'm always angry and I'm always upset and I'm always just shut down and totally just fucking over everything. It affected the way I wanted to deal with my friends, my family, my relationship, my kids. Like it affected my health. Oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. People, please understand that shit. Your health can definitely be affected if you allow stress and toxic situations and shit like that. Take responsibility for yourself. Take responsibility for your health, your actions, the way you think. Look, at the end of the day, it's so much easier to point your finger at somebody and, oh, well, you did and you did and you did. But if you can't stand your ass in the mirror and take accountability for the shit that you do, you're not breaking your cycle. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I said this on a friend of mine last. Shout out to Deontay Speaks. This stuff, actually, he's the one that gave me this little StreamYard thing to try to work out with. Eventually, when I grow up and become a big girl, I'm gonna actually try to get this StreamYard thing so I can edit and tweak my videos so they'll look a little bit better. And maybe I'll stop, you know, recording from my room. But I appreciate, I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I'd like to get into this a little bit more, but I just wanted to kind of start out, get a little insight, say, break your cycles, take accountability and responsibility. And if you're out here dating people, remember, it is your responsibility to make sure that you check in with your significant other. It is. You know what I'm saying? And it's their responsibility to check in with you. So, but we can unpack that on another video, y'all. We can unpack that on another video. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me for the little 8 minutes. I just wanted to give it a try. Just wanted to see if it gets any buzz. I appreciate y'all. As always, I'm Kid the Goddess. Thank y'all. I'm out.